Hi, I'm John Carnegie, and if you're looking to excel in the IELTS, you come to the right place. This IELTS Mastery course is specifically designed for those aiming to achieve a band score of 7.5 or higher. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure to do so. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss any new video. In today's lesson, we'll be continuing our exploration of matching headings, one of the most challenging question types in the IELTS reading test. In the previous video, we covered some essential strategies, like scanning for keywords and identifying the main ideas of paragraphs. Today, we'll take it up a step further and dive deeper into this topic. Are you ready? Let's get started. For those of you who are unfamiliar with matching headings, let's quickly review the format. You're given a list of headings and several paragraphs, like these, and your task is to match each paragraph with the most suitable heading. That's the basic structure. Now, let's jump into our main exercise for today. Read this opening sentence about long year been. Which heading seems to fit this sentence best? Here, we have the opening sentence about long year been. And below it, you find three potential headings. Let's read the sentence together. Long year been, Norway, holds the record for being the furthest north city in the world, boasting the world's most northerly school, airport, and university. Now, let's examine the headings. A. An unwelcoming place to die. B. A city at the top of the world. C. An unusual approach to regulation. Which one do you think fits best with the sentence? You might lean towards B. A city at the top of the world. It seems to match the geographical fact mentioned, right? But hold on. Be careful. Sometimes, the first sentence of a paragraph seems to fit entirely with one particular heading. However, don't be caught out. You still need to check by reading the whole paragraph. Now, read the full paragraph and think about the overall message of the paragraph. Which heading now best fits the paragraph? Long year been, Spitsbergen, in the Svalbard archipelago of Norway, holds the record for being the furthest north city in the world, boasting the world's most northerly school, airport, and university. But what really sets it apart is that it can also lay claim to some of the world's strangest rules. In long year been, for example, it has been forbidden to die since 1950, the year in which scientists discovered that bodies simply cannot decompose there. The cold is too extreme. To this day, anyone found ill or dying is not given the chance to pass away, and is instead immediately taken by airplane or ship to another part of Norway so that they can die and be buried safely. But it doesn't end there. Aside from prohibiting death, there are more peculiar rules and freedoms in long year been. Residents are permitted to openly walk the streets with high-powered guns. There are 3,000 polar bears living locally. At the same time, no one is allowed to own any cats, which are forbidden because they are a danger to the bird population. After reading the full paragraph, it's obvious that the best heading is C, an unusual approach to regulation, because the paragraph talks about other examples of rules and laws that could be seen as unusual. For instance, it has been forbidden to die since 1950. All residents are permitted to openly walk the streets with high-powered guns, and no one is allowed to own any cats. As you can see, while the paragraph starts by mentioning long year been as the northernmost city in the world, the majority of the content focuses on the strange and unique rules that govern the city. These rules are the main focus of the passage. which makes the heading about unusual regulations the most fitting. That's why heading C is the best option here. Now, you might still be wondering why headings A and B aren't the best choices. Let's break it down. Heading A, an unwelcoming place to die. This heading initially seems relevant because the paragraph mentions a peculiar rule about not being allowed to die in Longyearbyen, which could make the place seem unwelcoming for death. However, upon closer examination, the heading is insufficient. Why the prohibition on dying is mentioned? The paragraph goes beyond this topic. It also discusses other rules, such as the ban on owning cats and the freedom to carry guns for protection from polar bears. The overall focus is on the city's strange regulations, not solely its stance on death. Consequently, heading A is too narrow in scope to fully capture the paragraph's content. Next, let's consider heading B to identify the potential issues. Heading B, a city at the top of the world. At first glance, this heading appears fitting, as the paragraph begins by acknowledging Longyearbyen's status as the northernmost city. However, as the paragraph progresses, the focus shifts to the city's unique regulations. The geographical reference serves merely as an introduction rather than the central theme. Therefore, heading B fails to capture the paragraph's main idea, making it an unsuitable choice. In conclusion, heading C, an unusual approach to regulation, best encapsulates the full meaning of the paragraph, as it accurately reflects the broad array of distinctive laws discussed. Now, let's identify the main topic sentence in this paragraph by underlining it. The key sentence is, but what really sets us apart is that it can also lay claim to some of the world's strangest rules. This sentence introduces and encapsulates the central theme of the paragraph. Before we conclude, here are a few useful vocabulary words to take away from today's lesson. 1. Lay claim. Lay claim to something. This phrase means to assert that you own something. For example, two companies have laid claim to the same design. 2. Peculiar. Adjective. Meaning unusual and strange, sometimes in an unpleasant way. For example, she has the most peculiar ideas. That concludes the second part of our series on matching headings. There are many more lessons on the way, so be sure to stay tuned for future videos. Before you leave, here's a quick question. What does the phrase lay claim mean? Feel free to share your answers in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to support Advanedu English. In our next lesson, we'll explore matching headings in greater depth. I'm excited to share even more valuable tips, so don't miss it. Goodbye for now, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.